Hi, my friend. I would like to share my story with you, and specifically, if you're new to my page or you just want to know what it is about, what is he doing here. This is for you, and for those who have been following me and probably didn't know my story or don't know my story, what is specifically my mission and why I'm doing what I'm doing. So welcome, and let me first give you an idea that this page is dedicated to support the evolution of consciousness. The growth of consciousness is just being an example of what I have achieved for my transformation, what tools worked for me, and what services I'm offering to the world. And I would like to start a little bit with the vision I have for the world, the vision I have in general. And if it resonates with you, then we are on the same page, and I'm with my open heart. I'm happy to be of service to you. If you don't support the same vision, you look at this differently, or radically different, or radically in a completely other direction, then I also love you, and we all have different paths, and sometimes we just need to walk our separate ways. So the vision I have is that we are transcending, or we are moving into the new world, and you can see that through the collapse of all the old systems, the collapse of the tools and the mechanisms that worked before, but they don't work now. The big changes are coming is actually through the awakening. I noticed that more and more people, a lot of people start asking the right questions. They start questioning the reality. They start questioning things that have been normal before, and nobody ever asked these questions. Like, for example, what am I doing with my life? Is this career building, or this ideas of how we're supposed to live? Is this really who I am? And that's how I see it. I see it that we are coming into a very new era of evolution of consciousness on the planet. And that's my vision. My vision is that this transition is happening right now. The old world gonna stay in the past, and we are being attracted to the future, to a new world, which means this vision is supposed to be supported by something, supposed to be supported by some values, supposed to be supported by the missions we have personally and collectively. And the mission I have is to support this evolution of consciousness by being an example, by sharing with you the tools that I discovered that work, and by showing you what's possible through our own transformation. And of course, just be a loving person, just be a loving part of this collective consciousness, and contributing to this evolution of consciousness and the transition into the new world. And my story started that more than a decade ago, with a massive spiritual growth and transformations I received. And the reason why it started, because I started to ask the questions like, who am I? What am I doing in this world? Why there is so much suffering? And if there is God, why He allows so much suffering? And why we have to follow a specific pattern? Go to school, go to university or whatever to get a degree, open a business, or work, build up a career, and end up retiring and die. That cannot be something that just life offers. It's not about that. We didn't come here for that. It's boring. It's not how it's supposed to be. So I realized that that's the old world. That's the old pattern when we've been asleep, kind of dreaming the same dream over and over again, just receiving experiences. And what I realized is that we finally get this enough experience to start to awaken, to start to see like, okay, we're done with all of this dream, and it's time to wake up It's time to realize that life is incredible, beautiful gift. Life is adventure. Life is about, this experiences we have, right? And for the long time, I've been thinking that because I was following the teachings of Buddha and a lot of Hinduism and Buddhism, you gotta kind of receive enlightenment and disappear. You kind of like, okay, leave this world because this is just there is nothing else to do here. So there's suffering. But eventually, Christ came to my life. Not the Jesus Christ they describe in in churches and through the religions, but the energy of Christ. This is when I say Christ, I mean the highest possible consciousness level a human being can experience. This is the consciousness, the energy that came to my life and showed me a little bit different approach of the heart. It showed me that we already kind of, as religious leaders describe as in heaven, we are already accomplished beings. We are already fulfilled. We are already perfect, and we chose this life. Imagine you kind of dreaming. You're dreaming, but we chose this life to have these experiences. We planned this because the only way to realize who we truly are and to help to support the evolution of consciousness in general in the entire universe is through duality. So this part of life we are experiencing, this duality, is here given us as a great opportunity to learn and to have these amazing experiences of the body, of the senses, and then when time is right, when time has come, we all ascend back where we came from. So that was my personal experience, and I received the message, let's call it, from the higher power, that while we're here, once you realize that what you need to realize, once you accomplish your own questioning, once you start to awakening from your dream, what's going to happen is that you should start helping others. You kind of, hey guys, this is what I realized. Let me share with you. And those who are ready to receive it will receive it gracefully, and they'll wake up as well. And that's exactly what I do. The tools I'm sharing with you that helped me to work from my limitations, because it's been this inner work on our personality. Everything we believe about ourselves is just our belief. It's just our experiences we had, and most of the time the experiences we had are kind of like negative experiences, and they influence our perception. They create our perception, and they influence our reality. And the only way to get this happiness everyone is looking for, to find this love, is actually not to learn something new, but it's the opposite way. It's unlearning. It's unprogramming our consciousness. It's returning back to the source of who we are. And there are not so many actually tools that help to do that. And once you realize that, the tools that work with that, they are very simple. And that's exactly my mission here. I'm helping as many people as I can who are ready to unlearn, to unprogram their beliefs and get back to the source. Remember who they truly are. Remember that we are responsible for our life. We manifest it ourselves. We create our own reality. And if you will, we are a small materialization of higher power, of God. We're not the God walking on the planet, but we have these qualities of God. We are a small part, but inherited exactly what God has, the power of creation. So we create our own reality. We learn here like children in the kindergarten, making things break sometimes, cry, but eventually we learn to be responsible for everything we do. So that's our school here, right? So what I offer, first of all, I realized that the main work starts that you need to understand there is a path. There is a specific pattern, and there is a roadmap. And one of the things that I'm sharing with people is a map of consciousness. And why is it so important? Because it helps you to understand where you are right now, helps you to understand where you want to go and what you need to work on. So if you look at the levels on the map, you will see that there is a red line below. This is the levels of of dreaming, of sleep, of our ego, if you will. This is the levels of suffering and delusion, where we constantly in this rat race, unhappy, suffer, have pain, have disease, have so many negative things. Once we start to awaken, there is a certain path. So the goal is actually to unlearn or unprogram ourselves from the lowest states of consciousness, as we call them, and to return to the source, back to the high states of consciousness, where you can be courageous when it's needed, be aligned, be happy, be grateful, be loving, manifest what you need to manifest, and so on and so forth. So it's like anything you learn, it's a skill, and that's exactly what I do. If you want to call it, like, I'm an expert in emotional intelligence, an expert in advanced states of consciousness, because that's what I've been working on for decades of my life already. And my guidance is, my services, what I offer is one-on-one services where I help you to guide through your subconscious guidance, through your subconsciousness, where you receive a specific transformation that you need. Not me deciding what you need, but you yourself deciding what exactly need to be transformed. And the stumble stones, that deep inside the subconscious mind, this hidden algorithms and patterns that doesn't allow you to be a fulfilled version of yourself. So that's where I come in as a guide, basically helping you to figure it out, right? So this is one-on-one sessions I offer. There is also a lot of self-guidance I provide. There is an online course I have which help you to slowly, step by step, to see where the limitations are, to see where are your attachments to this negative state of consciousness, and I'm giving you the tools, and so-called a LIM method, the method and methodology, how to unprogram it. And the only thing is required there is your dedication and your willingness and your discipline. If this quality is what you have, you can go through the self-guidance, working with your higher self, and receive a great transformation. And there is also another service that we offer once a year. I'm not sure when it's going to be next one. It's a teacher training where we teach other people the same tools. But right now, let's focus on this main thing. And what I'm working on right now is the Emotional Intelligence Oracle cards that will help much more people to get access to this knowledge. Because it's a little bit, I would say it's a little bit advanced. You gotta understand a few things, and the most important that you need to understand is that you have to face your limitations. You have to be honest with yourself, and you have to realize that everything that you create in your life is your responsibility, as well as your responsibility to change that. And most importantly is to learn to forgive yourself and learn to forgive the world for all of that perception that created this reality. And so if you have any questions, if you for example have challenges but you're not sure where to start, you're not sure, you tried many things, you're not sure if I'm the one who you want to probably work with, or if what I'm offering can help you, what I have is this: you can book a 30-minute discovery call with me. I absolutely for free gonna give you whatever I can, and if you want to go deeper, if you wanted to work on that and you have this dedication, I will share with you and show you where to start. Okay, so there is one-on-one sessions, there is an online course, there is a teacher trainings, and there is also a free discovery call, which you can find the link in the bio. And the last thing I would like to share for this video, for you specifically, a few values. I wrote them down, and there are a few values that my core beliefs that I want to share with you, and if that resonates with you, we are on the same page. Okay, so first of all is awakening. It's a spiritual awakening. I do believe we are awakening to our source, to who we are, and the spiritual awakening is happening now. If you feel that something is happening inside of you, something is transforming, and you start to ask questions, and you start to question your reality, we are on the same page here. Second one is, of course, personal transformation. And this personal transformation requires healing from the past trauma, healing from the past beliefs. And this is part of the journey that we are on. And if you see that there are some limitations, there is some trauma that still doesn't let you be a fulfilled version of yourself, that's what I believe as well. Once we accomplish this healing, then we can be a fully realized person of ourselves. Once we go through the healing, we become a source of empowerment, and that's one of the beliefs I also have. Once you've done your work, you become empowerment for the collective consciousness, for others, just by being who you are, by the virtue of who you are. And this also requires some education. That's why there's all the videos I'm sharing, all those videos, like, Instagram has a specific algorithm, you have to follow some pattern. So, but for me, it's just a tool. So if you see that as a tool, not as just an addiction mechanism, but it's a tool. And education, specifically for our future generations, for our children, is incredibly important. So if you have children and you realize that in order for them to be happy, you first need to change yourself, and you can be example for them and teach them what you figured it out. Do not put your responsibility on them as like, oh, they're gonna figure it out. It's gonna be even more challenging for them. Do what you can right now to help them, to help their bright future. Okay? And specifically, we're moving into the new reality. We're moving into the new era, where the less trauma we have, the quicker we're able to finish this transition. And of course, I support harmony with nature. I do believe that we are part of this nature, and honestly, if you even don't believe it, just reasonably, we are part of this nature. So we have to find harmony with nature. We should stop hurting the nature. We should stop abusing it, and we should start being one with it, being like one organism, right? And this helps to cultivate a compassion. That's my other values. But compassion doesn't mean if someone is angry or someone experiencing a lot of negativity, you have to experience the same. No, but once you transform your negativity, you just can be there for a person energetically, but also allowing them to work on themselves. Because otherwise it's going to be avoidance. It's okay, don't worry, don't cry. Cry as much as you need. Go for these challenges as much as you need. But we are here for you. Whenever you need us, we're just here for you. We're going to hold space. We're going to help you to transition. So that's compassion. It's not like, it's nothing. But it's just, okay, feel what you need to feel. And when its time is right, let it go. And I also do believe that God, what people say, God, higher power, is in everything. It is everything. It's in every single person. And once you learn to see that, you will see it in every tree, in every stone, in every person around you, because you figured it out that it's inside of you. How can you hurt someone if you see God inside of them? So that's one of the core beliefs I also have. And of course, the biggest core belief I have is the surrendering. That's how I live. That's my daily prayer. I always say, let it be your will, higher power, God, dear Father, let it be your will, not mine. I'm surrendering this life to you. I'm surrendering my daily life to you. How can I be of service? So if these beliefs resonating with you, if this is something that you also feel, we are on the same page, and let's connect, let's build up the community together, let's see how we can help each other, and let's see and how I can be of service to you. That's it for today. I hope this video will help you to learn a little bit more about myself, and please feel free to get in touch. Please be more active. I'm here to help. Thank you. Lots of love. Have a beautiful day.